What's up guys? In this video I will be talking about the copy trader again. So in the previous video I've promised of doing the back testing the correct way, taking into the account of the dates when was the copy trading code uploaded on. So I guess let's have a look at my screen. So the reason I am shooting this video today, so let's imagine you are a new trader or just looking for maybe some type of automation or hands-free trading way, if you will, and you have stumbled upon this copy trader. So we are in his WAP, that's the place where we buy the VIP service of his, and you will notice that out of 43 customer reviews we have only 3.1 stars. So at first glance that doesn't seem too impressive. So as you can see, there are some people that saying that it is pretty well made service, but you know, everyone has their own opinions and own experiences, so it's pretty hard to tell what kind of service this is. So that's where I come in. That's why I waste money on trying to figure out what kind of profitability this service provides. Now, if you watched my first video, I've done some backtesting already. I did 1 year of backtesting, so I think it was from the December of the last year till the October, which is about at this point 1 month ago. And if you saw my previous video, I've shown you that I've basically shared the results with the owner of this service. And he basically told me that I was stretching too much because these codes are updated at some point every now and then. Therefore 1 year of backtesting was a bit imprecise. So let's redo this the proper way. So if you read this message right here, you will know what I'm talking about. So let's get back to my screen. So this software TS Copier is basically the same software which I'm doing the backtesting on. So it's basically the same ecosystem. So I guess first let's deal with the worst copy traders because I've already received some trades from them. So let's reconfirm. The worst traders had the latest code for copy trading uploaded on August 22nd. So I've already have my code set here. So let's click this gearbox and select backtest. Now to determine a date, let's click load until and let's put August, so 8th month of 2025. Now you will notice that these signals are starting at June for some reason. So for more precision, let's scroll down and find the August 22nd. There you go, this is where the August 22nd starts. I'm gonna go to the bottom while holding the shift. Find today's date, which is 7th of November. I'm gonna click shift and click here. Now I have selected this time frame where this code is basically applicable. So if we go up again, we find the August 22nd is our starting point. We're gonna go ahead and create a backtest. Okay, so now that the backtest has been created, I have my code and I see that I have 312 signals. So I'm gonna click OK. I'm gonna close this. I'm gonna click on this backtest tab. And here you can see my new backtest. So for some reason this shows start date as July for some reason. Let's run the backtest first and see what kind of results we will be getting. So this is the code. I'm gonna click it. I'm gonna click here and select the expert, and these are the settings. So I'm gonna keep the all market symbols for now. Let's leave 2025, August 22nd. So August 22nd is our starting date, and let's have the current date as our end date. So from August 22nd till November 8th, which is today, gonna click inputs and I will paste the code that was generated for me by the backtest session. And I think I'm done. Now if I go ahead and click start, the backtest is running. I'm expected to wait at least 15 minutes, so these types of operations are taking quite some time, so I guess I will get back to this video once this is done. Okay, so the backtest for the worst copy traders have been completed. Let's have a look at the results. Now look, here is the same code, and these are the results for basically 2 months. Now, as I've said in the previous video, I hadn't mentioned in this one, I'm trading this group on live account. I'm using only $10 in order to test this out on the live account with as small risk as possible. But have a look. Over the course of 2 months, the setting of using $10 came from the internal settings of this provider. So when I clicked to backtest this group, the $10 I think should have came in here. So by trading $10 for 2 months, I have a total negative PNL of around $360, which is 36x of loss, which is huge. Now, one thing that concerns me that I did start date at August 22nd, and for some reason it shows as July 1st, so I'm not sure why this is happening. I'm gonna go and chat with the support about it. And another thing, for each group at this point, I will be documenting it with screenshots, and I will send it to the Antonio and see if I may have made mistakes, so I had a drawdown. I mean, if you look at his response I showed you in the previous video, you can roll back a bit. He said that these code already including the reverse trading setting. So these are the worst traders that he found. So he reverses all of them. However, if I go ahead and click on all the settings of this provider, here we go, let's click the worst copy traders and go ahead and let's click this gearbox and say let's click edit settings. If we go down here to the pro tab, I can see that reverse strategy is not ticked, so I am not sure why this is happening. But if the reverse trading is not included and these are the worst copy traders, that might have explained the negative result. But the only problem about it is that I've taken the code of this provider from the pinned message, the latest one, which was posted on the August 22nd. So I'm not sure what went wrong. However, if I go ahead and click all of the enabled settings, I can see which settings are basically being used for this provider as a strategy. So I'm gonna close, I'm not gonna save anything. I will document it with the screenshots. And once I will backtest all 3 groups, I will let Antonio know and ask him where did I made a mistake so I can fix it, so we can get to the bottom of this. However, I am pretty sure I've done everything as per instructions and I'm receiving a negative backtesting result. So there is a slight chance that there is an error on maybe Antonio's side, which could explain this 3.1 review rating. Now guys, one thing I hadn't shown you in this video and I won't in this video is me just taking these codes and inserting those into my providers. You're gonna have to trust me on those. I'm using those on live accounts, so basically, I don't know, you can take my word for it. But if you don't trust me about it, I am open of doing another video of backtesting once I write to the Antonio and write to the support about the start date. And once I have all of that figured out, I will do another video. And for the full transparency, I will show you how I basically do everything from scratch, including taking all of those official codes, putting those into my provider and then backtesting everything again the proper way. So this is a bit better way of doing the backtest, even though the most latest codes are basically for now 2 months old, and 2 months of data is by far not enough to make some type of conclusions. But anyway, keep that in mind. I am open of doing another video about it. Anyway, let's get back to the low risk group. Let's try and do that as well. Okay, so let's go ahead and click on the low risk group. Let's click the magnifying glass and let's type in code. So by looking at the search results, the latest code was posted on January 5th. Because the previous ones was on 2024, so this is the latest code. So let's get back to our software. Let's click back. So low risk channel. If we go back to the gearbox again, let's click backtest. I'm gonna click load until January 2025. It will take some time to load. Oh, it took faster than I expected. So let's find the January 5th. So this is the January 5th. I'm gonna go ahead and scroll down to the bottom. There we go. The last message was on the November 7th. We can confirm that. There, November 7th. So this matches. So this is the bottom. If I go ahead and scroll back to the top, let's see if we hadn't lost our starting date. So where is our January 5th? Here it is. I'm gonna create backtest. So the backtest is created. I have 117 signals. So this is our code. As you can see, again, the start date isn't exactly January 5th. It's rather start of the last year's December. But anyway, I'll talk to the support about it. So let's go ahead and click code. So it copies. There we go. It has copied. Let's go to our MetaTrader. Select the expert. So now I'm gonna keep this all symbols as well. Now January till today. Okay, and for the inputs I'm gonna replace the current sessions of the backtesting code and click start and see what kind of results we will be getting. Okay, now that the backtest has basically been completed, I'm gonna click refresh. And for some reason as well, I have negative 67 bucks. But anyway, I have documented my whole setup of this backtest, so I will let Antonio know. So the low risk group, even with the code that was officially given on the latest date, which was January 5th, 2025, there was no code after that date, produced negative results as well. So I guess let's go ahead and finish backtesting the last group, which is the high risk one. So again, if we go to the high risk group right here and type in the search box code, we can see that the most recent updated code is basically, which is September 18th, 2025. Also do note, as I've mentioned in the previous video, how you should set up the VPS, TSC account and connect everything to Telegram account. You can watch here, but there is also tutorials here in this help section. But anyway, this is the code posted on the September 18th. So if I go to this high risk group, click on the gearbox again, click backtest. I'm gonna load everything until September 2025. Click OK. Okay, it took several seconds to load. Okay, so we are starting at the September 18th. I'm gonna scroll all the way to the bottom. Click here. Now we have all the selected signals in this date range. So the last message was on the October 24th. So let's confirm that. If we go to the bottom, the last message was indeed on the October 24th, so this matches up. So again, I'm gonna go ahead and create backtest. I've gotten my backtesting session code and I have 99 signals. Okay, close it. Let's go back to the backtest, and this is our code. So if I go ahead and click copy it, again, as you can see, it starts with the August instead of September. If I go back to my MetaTrader, so I want to put September 18th as a start date, and end date is today. I'm gonna go to Inputs tab, add this code that I've received from the backtesting session, and I'm gonna go ahead and click start and see what kind of results I will be getting. Right now, so backtesting has been completed. I'm gonna go ahead and click refresh. Okay, these are some, I guess, sloppy results with only minus $10. Not too many trades were done in the past 2 months. And to be honest, I was expecting maybe a red line, but I was expecting a bit higher number. I'm not sure what this means, but by looking from here, in fact, if we can go ahead, and so it starts with the October, but we are looking at the September, and the latest trade was taken in this range at the September 22nd all the way to the October 23rd, which I think we had confirmed in the Telegram. Yes, October 23rd. So this is a bit sloppy number, but anyway, I will document it. Anyway guys, these are the results for all of these 3 groups. I've been shooting this video for about 3 hours now, a bit tired, so I think I will just wrap it up now. I have documented each setup for each group via screenshots. I will write a message to Antonio and try to figure out what went wrong, if it went wrong. I will write to the support about the issue I've noticed about the starting dates of the backtesting sessions. And as I've mentioned in the previous video, I am open of doing these backtests again in another video once I figure out whether I've done something wrong. Also, if you've noticed anything, please let me know in the comments. Anyway guys, this is pretty much it. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you learned something. Maybe I helped you make some kind of decisions about your perhaps ventures of copying others' trades. But anyway guys, this is pretty much it. Please leave a like, comment and subscribe. That means a lot. I will see you in the next one. Bye.